Online, you've probably seen the flat earth being clowned on a lot. Flat earthers say this, flat earthers say that, and are always disproven with so-called facts and logic. However, have you ever realized that there is in fact a flat earth model that could actually work?
For legal reasons, this video is for entertainment purposes only.
Let's start with something simple. Why would Earth even be flat? A scientific theory is an idea that explains an aspect of our world, and that can be, and has been, tested repeatedly. If you look around, just open your eyes, what you notice immediately is the general flatness of Earth. Sure, there are mountains, valleys, and such, but the average level across larger landscapes is the same everywhere. Therefore, first thing an independently thinking human should assume is that the Earth is flat, until it's proven to be otherwise, of course. And it turns out that there is one particular model which, even upon closer examination, holds up in the eyes of modern science. Okay, so now that we've got that settled, here is what the Earth really looks like. As you can see, there's a lot to unpack here, so we will go over each thing on this diagram one by one. The inner disk is what you can find on the United Nations flag. The North Pole in the center hosts the ancient Lechitic base of Sradzimi, created to administer the Great Lechitic Empire. The 6 continents all lie around the Arctic in the middle, reminiscent of a giant volcanic or impact crater, foreshadowing, and likewise are surrounded themselves by the ice wall, commonly known as Antarctica. All of us, humans, currently live in this inner part of the disk, as it's the only section brightened by the presence of the sun, the sole solar body. Our inhabitable portion of the Earth is isolated from the outside with advanced venerable technology. As you can see, the real Earth in this regard is somewhat similar to a circular projection of the round Earth. That's why in everyday life people hardly ever notice any inconsistencies in the false imitation of a scientific theory that is the round Earth model. Only truly enlightened thinkers can distinguish and expose Nasra's lies. If you watched our previous videos carefully, you should know there are brainwashed Nasra forces stationed in Antarctica. But have you ever wondered what secrets are they guarding there? The most important goal of Nasra soldiers is to trick visiting people into believing that there exists the so-called South Pole. For example, they use humongous electromagnets to divert the magnetic field of our disk and confuse compasses. Keep in mind that the Earth is like a giant magnet with its poles in the middle and under the disk's surface. Because of those Masonic electromagnets, every compass nearby starts to spin uncontrollably, marking the alleged South Pole. This is supposed to prove the round Earth theory. However, not everyone is convinced by compass alone, and some of the visitors try to reach the other coast of the continent, as should be possible on a round Earth. Unfortunately, in reality, it's not achievable, since the Antarctica is a giant ring, and the daredevils who set off on this expedition never come back or are brainwashed with fake memories planted into their minds. However, if a brave explorer weren't stopped by Nasra soldiers, they could reach a wall of seemingly infinite height. This wall is also one of the deepest secrets of Nasra. It is the inner dome separating our world from whatever is outside. In the past, before Nasra returned power to the dome's defensive systems, the truth-seeking archaeologists and scientists have been able to investigate more thoroughly. The enlightened have reached a unanimous conclusion. The dome was built entirely with artificially made bricks. However, these are not regular clay or concrete bricks. Instead, they are made of some weird metal which seemingly does not figure on the periodic table of elements. We were also able to date the dome to circa 7,000 years before Christ, meaning it is older than any modern civilization, but does not predate the existence of humanity itself. It was deduced that, therefore, dome's creators were our ancestors, the Lechites of the Golden Age. While examining the dome, we have also discovered ancient Lechitic archives, similar to those found in Amberia. After painstaking translation of the books and maps, we have come to the conclusion that there are in fact other continents located past the Grand Wall. The chronicles revealed to us what arcane secrets lie hidden in those forgotten, ever somber lands. Disturbingly, the dome was built by ancient Lechites to protect them against something even more powerful than them, something more sinister and evil in nature than we could have previously imagined.